dengan tema Tinjauan Uji Lisensi Internasional Kegawat Daruratan, Keperawatan, dan BTCLS Standar Internasional.
Morning Spirit. Welcome to International Seminar held by Akademi Keperawatan 17 Karanganyar in cooperation with Top Rank and ICCA Philippines.
Menyanyikan lagu Kebangsaan Indonesia Raya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bravo. Morning Spirit. Honorable Mrs. Dr. Jaktining Jastuti, Sarjana Keperawatan, Magister Keperawatan, Spesial Maternitas, as Seminar Coordinator. Distinguished all the speaker, Ms. Diana Mahinai RN Man, Mr. Roland D. Village RN Man, Mr. Mikhail John of Flores RN Man, Mr. Edi Wuryanto, Magister Keperawatan. Dear participant and audience, let's thank you to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who has been giving you some mercies and blessing, so this morning we can attend this international health seminar in healthy condition. Welcome and thank you for the presence of the keynote speaker, Ms. Diana, Ms. Roland, Mr. Mikhail, I'm sorry, Ms. Jaktining and Mr. Edi Wuryanto in Surakarta Central of Java. Hopeful in become memorable and pleasing experience. This seminar is follow-up cooperation between Akademi Keperawatan 17 Karanganyar Surakarta with Top Rank ICCA Philippines and some university in Filipina in 2013. This activity aims to strengthen the relationship implementing college Tridharma perguruan tinggi, and improving the quality of education. We also would like to say thank you for all people who have participated and helped for conducting this seminar. We hope this seminar can run well and smoothly. Finally, this is an opportunity for me to decide of the official opening of the International Health Seminar on Overview International License Test, Emergency Nurse Care, and Overview BTCLS International Standard. Kita nyatakan dibuka.
Perwakilan dari Filipina, Mr. Roland di Delegas RNMAN, dipersilakan.
The next agenda is welcoming speech from Philippines and will be represented by Mr. Roland D. Villages, RNMAN.
To the Honorable, most beautiful, our grandma here in Surakarta, Dr. Tatik Suryo, okay? Mr. Eddie Purianto, President of Indonesian National Nurses Association in Central Java, Dr. Yektining Chatstuti, as Assistant Expert of Director Curriculum Kerwendristik Dikti, students, good morning.
Morning.
Salamat pagi. Magandang umaga.
Kadang.
Today is part of the fulfillment of a dream that started 2 years ago, when the former education attaché of Indonesia in the Philippines and now the director of the curriculum of DENGAN under the Minister of Education, alongside with SEAMOLEC&ICCA, through the gracious leadership of Ma'am Yektining and the Indonesian Nurses National Association, collaborated with us to be able to open the doors for the Indonesian nurses. The dream is that one day, Indonesian nurses can compete with the global market, conquering the world one country at a time through migration and employment, thus helping out the local economy through dollar remittances. This is a significant step toward realization of the ASEAN integration, emphasizing that we are one community, that we need to share resources and help each other out towards development. Hence, we are here in front of you today to share our knowledge and expertise in international exam preparation and trainings to be able to aid the Indonesian nurses in realizing that dream. Remember this, nothing is impossible. All we need to do is to try. We hope that through this collaboration between the Philippines and Indonesia, we shall grow together, helping each other in developing as one ASEAN community. Thank you. Terima kasih. Maraming salamat.
Acara selanjutnya adalah acara inti. Dipersilakan untuk moderator memimpin pemaparan materi dan diskusi kepada Nurse Reni Purbanova. Dipersilakan.
Before we start our seminar today, let me introduce our keynote speakers. First, Ms. Diana Mahingne, registered nurse, Magister of Art Nursing as the first presenter. Second, Mr. Roland D. Villagas, right? registered nurse, Register of Art Nursing as the second presenter. And the third, Mr. Michael John V. Flores, that's right, registered nurse, Register of Art Nursing as the third presenter. And the fourth is Mr. Edi Wuryanto as MTech. And the last is Miss Dr. Yektiniastuti, that's right, as MTech Specialist Maternitas. Oh. Would you please come to the podium for our keynote speaker? Ladies and gentlemen, now we open our meeting by saying basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, for Miss Diana.
Okay. To all of the dear administrators, faculty, okay, and especially all of the students, okay, from this university. Okay, magandang umaga, good morning, selamat pagi. Thank you so much, okay, for having us here for today. Okay, and we are actually honored, okay, to be able to present to you our specialization, okay, which would be international licensing. Okay, now let me open up the floor, okay, by introducing the concept of the globally competitive nurse. Actually, my talk is the introductory topic to all of their speeches for this morning. Now. Okay, let me skip this since I was already introduced for the... Okay, now let me begin by introducing the concept of what we call as globalization. When you say globalization, is actually defined by the Business Dictionary as a worldwide movement towards economic, financial, trade, and communications integration. Many times people, when they think of globalization, they think of trading. They think of products, okay, that we share products from one country to another. Now, this concept is not actually new, because if we date back to the Middle Ages, at the time when there is what we call as the Silk Road, it is actually a road that connects China from the rest of Central Asia going towards the Middle East. This is the road where traders, okay, exchange goods and services. Okay, so we can see that this dates back way back into history. However, right now in the modern concept, we are actually enjoying what we call as globalization. Okay, how? Through the use of products and services that are coming from other countries. Because right now we are using all of these products from different nations. Okay, so to explain this, okay. Yes. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Now, in order for you to be able to connect to this, let me just ask this question. Are you familiar with these products? Okay, for example, Coca-Cola. You know Coca-Cola? Yes? Yes, very good. Do you know also Nescafe?
Yes.
Yes, very good. Samsung?
Yes.
Okay, very good. How about Nokia? Yes. Okay, very good. Who uses Samsung cell phone? Samsung. There you go. Who uses Acer? Acer, is there anyone? Acer users here? Okay, there you go. iPhone. There you go. How about Oppo? Oppo. Okay. Now, Sony. Okay, there you go. Okay. Now, this is my question. Are there Indonesian nurses? Okay. Did Samsung come from Indonesia? Did Samsung come from Indonesia? No, very good. Did Oppo come from Indonesia? No. Very good. It came from other countries, but are you using it? Yes, because you are using products also of other countries. In the Philippines, we are using your product. Okay, and actually it's our favorite. What's that? Jayco. Jayco Donuts. Yes, okay, very good. I like Jayco Donuts. Yummy, yummy. Bad news. Okay, we love it even if it came from Indonesia. Why? Because we are exchanging products and services. Okay, so this is actually how globalization is being experienced and enjoyed right now. Now, because of this, it's not only products that we can share with each other. Actually, okay, according to the concept of globalization, that it also entails an exchange of employment and contracts. It's not only cell phones, not only food that we share from one nation to another, but we also actually share people. Okay, we exchange the workers from one country to another. That is one other phase of globalization. So here it is being defined further as cross-border trade, investment, but remember, migration is also included in the concept of globalization. Therefore, when we include people in those that we share from one country to another, therefore we are now entering into what we call as a new phase of global economic development. Because for the world to be able to develop, we need each other. How are we going to achieve this, ma'am? I am an Indonesian nurse. I soon will be licensed here in Indonesia. Will I be able to work in Saudi? Will I be able to go to the US? Will I be able to go to Canada? The answer is what? Yes, provided that you have an international license. You need a license here, you need a license there. Okay, so how are you going to achieve that? Remember, okay, we did a little bit of research before we came here. Actually, this is our 4th time here in Indonesia. We had been going here since 2014. Okay, because this is, as Sir Roland had mentioned in the introductory speech, that we had been working very closely with the Indonesian Nurses Association, okay, and also the government to be able to establish a review here in Indonesia. Where do all of these Indonesian nurses go? Okay, according to studies, they go to the US, Canada, Australia is very near, New Zealand, and also the Middle East. However, this is a question. In what part of the world do most Indonesian nurses go? And the answer here is in the Middle East. Okay? Majority of Indonesian nurses in the past actually had been going to the Middle East. Now, because of this, okay, looking at it from the point of view of you students who are still about to graduate, okay, and who are still planning for your future, how will you be able to go to such countries? You need an international license, but you also have to prepare getting one. So how are we going to prepare nurses, therefore, to meet the global demand? Now, this is the paradigm that's being used not only in the Philippines, but in many countries in the world, also including Indonesia. Before you'll be able to practice nursing, you need to study. Okay, here you have Diploma 3, okay, in nursing, yes. Who are the Diploma 3 students? Diploma students? Raise your hand. Okay, there you go. Do we have Bachelor of Science in Nursing students here? Bachelor of Science in Nursing students? Oh, all diploma? All? Oh, okay, very good. Okay, so all diploma students. So you need here education. Okay, then after that, let me just go back for a bit. Okay, education, you need a license, only then will you be allowed to practice. Now, what do we do in the Philippines? Let me present to you, since this is an international seminar, we would like to present to you what are the systems that are being used in different countries. In the Philippines, you need to take up your Bachelor of Science in Nursing. In the Philippines, there's no diploma program, only one program, only bachelor. Okay? After that, you need to review. Okay? And then take the licensure examination given by the government. Okay? Now, here, the review is being provided by a review center called Top Rank Review Academy. The moment that you already have your local license, then you're already considered as a registered nurse. If you are a registered nurse, you review again for the international exam. Okay, this is under what we call as top rank I learn. Okay, and attend trainings and seminars under the company that we call as ICCA. I will introduce to you those companies later on. Okay, when we went here, actually, we are looking at a big picture. We are looking at Indonesia as a whole. And many schools are asking us this question: how will we prepare ourselves to be internationally competitive? Therefore, how do we check whether our students will be able to take the international exams? Now, this is the paradigm that we are presenting. Step number 1, we are going to do what we call as credentialing. What is credentialing? We're going to get sample students who will apply for international examination coming from the different areas all over Indonesia. Okay, so we have here the different areas of Indonesia. We'll get students from the different areas. Then, we're going to get nursing graduates, okay, from these different areas. After that, okay, there are two effects of the credentialing. Number 1, that they will be allowed by Saudi, by the US, by Canada to take the examination. And second, there might be some schools that will not be allowed by these countries to take the foreign exam. Now, this is what will happen. If the school will not be allowed to take the foreign examination, then it only means one thing. The problem is not the student. The problem is the school's curriculum. It means that the curriculum is actually not at par with international standards. The curriculum of the school did not meet the international standard. Ma'am, what is the solution if that is the case? We offer 2 solutions. Number 1, okay, it would be what we call as curriculum standardization. This is the task of the government. And this is actually a long-term plan. Okay, it does not involve you students. Ma'am, how about for us, okay, as the student or as the graduate nurse? Then you could enter into what we call as a bridging program. What is a bridging program? You study again. You go to Australia, study again. Okay, study again, just a few more years, okay, for you to be qualified to take the exam in Australia, for example. Okay, ma'am, what will happen if the school will be allowed to take the exam? It means that the school's curriculum passed the international standard. It means that your school is very good. Okay, now, after that, once we have already identified which schools are have already passed the international standard, then we're going to go to step number 2, which is what we call as screening. Okay, in that identified school, we will get 50 students who will take what we call as a qualifying exam. The qualifying exam will now check who among your students are the best of the best. Okay? Now, after that, those students who will now be on the top of the list will now be, we will now process their papers so that they will be able to take, okay, the international exam. Step number 4, we need to review again. Okay? Review now for, okay, for, let's say, for example, prometrics. Okay, that will now allow you to practice in Saudi Arabia. Okay, and after that, step number 5, take the international exam. Okay, ma'am, what about in the screening? What if we fail? If the students will fail, then you now enter into what we call as an enhancement program. In the enhancement program, you can attend a review, do trainings, and attend seminars for you to enhance your knowledge and your skills better. Okay? Now, if that will now be the case, okay, these are some of the international trainings that you can get. And this is only a short list among the long list of other, other trainings that you can get. Okay, so these are some of the trainings, ACLS, BLS, which Sir Michael will be discussing later on. These are also examples of international seminars that you can also attend to. Okay, then after that, he can now achieve what we call as global competitiveness. Okay, and if you will ask, ma'am, how are we going to do it? Then therefore, that's the reason why we are here in front of you. We will be your perfect partners, okay, to become globally competitive. Top rank ICCA. In the Philippines, we have this, campaign. We call it as top result require top ambition. Ask yourself, what do you want for yourself? What do you dream for yourself? Will you be contented to just be here in Indonesia and just work here wherever area of Indonesia you are? Or do you dream of going abroad? Going to different countries, going to America, going to Australia, New Zealand, and the Middle East. Now, because of this, I now ask you this question. Is your university up to the challenge? Would you like to try? Okay, the very least that you could do is actually to try. Therefore, okay, the perfect partners for you here would be Top Rank Review Academy. Top Rank Review Academy is actually, okay, we are actually the leading national review center. We're trusted by top universities. We have a best performance, and we were actually even awarded, okay, by different award-giving bodies, such as last March, we attended the awarding ceremony for the Golden Globe Annual Award for Business Excellence. Okay, and we have 3 other awards that we will be receiving for this year. It means that we are well recognized and a very reputable national review center with many branches all over the Philippines. And we are trusted by the top universities such as University of the Philippines, Centro Escolar University, okay, and also Arellano, okay, Lyceum of the Philippines University, Far Eastern University, to name some. Our reviewers are not only simple lecturers, but chief nurses and authors of different national and international books. Okay? Saudi RN, US RN, HAAD RN. Okay, HAAD is Health Authority Abu Dhabi. They are already in Abu Dhabi right now. For training, this is your perfect partner, ICCA, the Institute for Continuing Career Advancement, which specializes in different kinds of training, especially BLS and ACLS. Sir Michael will discuss that later on. Okay? Now, moving on, we also have here. Okay. Therefore, okay, as I mentioned earlier, top result require top ambition. Okay, dream for yourself. Take a look and reflect. What do you really want? Do you want to help your family? You can do that by staying here. But you can do that better, okay, by exploring your horizons, looking at other opportunities, and proving to yourself that you can be a globally competitive nurse. Alright? And with that, I thank you so much for listening for my talk. Okay, and thank you. You're such a good and quiet audience. Okay, but I'd like to thank you for having me here today. Terima kasih.